learning a lot about the life of the Friars, the Order of Mercy, and they're a very chummy group, and I enjoyed having lunch with them. And I'm running out of jokes there at the lunch table, so I don't know what I'm going to have to do. Anyway.
Well, it was kind of hard at the lunch table because half the time they were all speaking in a language we didn't know.
That's right.
So,
I didn't know what was going on.
They were not very sensitive to our needs, were they?
I don't think I understood in folklore, you know.
Yeah, well, I didn't. All I understood was when they started to laugh. That was it.
So, what is your name?
My name is Brother Matthew Levis.
Brother Matthew Levis. Okay, and your name, brother?
Deacon Scott.
Deacon Scott. Okay, all right. Well, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about your calling to the Mercedarian Order, how you discovered it, what you like about it. You know, what's fascinating about it to both of you. Can we start with you, Brother Matthew?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Whatever you got to ask it. If I can answer it, I will.
Okay, all right, very good. Well, how did you discover the Mercedarian Order?
Quite frankly, I was in the midst of, looking for what religious community I felt I should enter, what would be best for me. And I just opened up the back of the Catholic Digest to where all the ads were, and the biggest ad on the page I called. I didn't even read the ad, to be honest with you. I just called it because it was the biggest one there.
Okay.
That's how I found the order.
All right, and then you entered it, and
well, yeah, there's a process, procedures. I called the Vocation Director at the time was Brother John Michael, and who he's deceased now, but I called him up, and then we set up times to come up and visit. He was stationed here in Philadelphia at the moment. And and then I'd come up and visit a couple of different times, and we went and I had other interviews with other formators, and we worked it out that way. Took some psychological testings, proved to them I was normal, and so.
Yeah. So that's
well, I was waiting for that.
Waiting for
say anything.
Okay. Well, now, what do you like about being a brother, a Mercedarian brother?
Well, quite frankly, what I like the best is the idea that we come together a couple of times a day and we pray in community, and with the notion that not just our house, but all the houses in the world are doing the very same thing. So not only is it just my prayer in conjunction with my local community, but it's all of our prayer
Okay.
coming together.
That's good. It's a prayer all together, and
Yeah.
and not just alone, but with others in the order. So,
Yes, with others in the order.
So what do you do in the order?
My particular apostolate is I help fulfill the works of mercies. In particularly, I help with burying the dead. I work in our cemetery in Leroy, New York, St. Francis Cemetery, and I do everything from actually cutting the grass, trimming around all the headstones and trees and benches and whatnot, to actually digging graves and burying them and filling the graves back in again.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Well, that's one of the corporal works of mercy.
Yes.
I think. And,
yes.
So that's very commendable, and so I understand you have most of the jokes in the community. It seems like from what I gather here.
Well, maybe I'm the joke of the community a lot, but I don't know if I have most of the jokes.
All right, very good. Thank you very much, Brother Matthew. Let's Brother Scott, tell me something about yourself. How did you discover the Mercedarian community?
Well, actually, that's a long story. I had several friends that were in my university that were also considering vocations, and it was through one of them, and with a little divine inspiration, hurricanes, little things like that kind of brought me to where I'm at today. But it was the Mercedarians themselves that really attracted me. When I made contact with them, they answered the questions in a way that I thought was appealing. They were very friendly, they were very spiritual, they were very open, and through discernment, it was a pretty easy choice.
I see. Okay. So you visited them and got to know them, and Was there anything unique that you liked about them, or just something clicked?
Well, it's a little bit of both. I liked the fraternal atmosphere that they had. I visited Philadelphia and at the house that they had there, and there was a very active fraternity there. You could feel a part of the group. You could, even though I was a visitor, I still felt as though I was one of them for that short time that I was there. We ate together, we prayed together, we did other things together, and it was in that I was able to have a glimpse at the life, and it was a life that I thought that I could have for myself.
Mm-hmm. I see. Okay, very good, very good. Now you were ordained a deacon in Europe recently.
Mm-hmm.
Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, because I'm assigned to our provincial curia in Rome, I'm pretty much there the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in Italy. Every religious, when they make vows, they're assigned to a particular community with a particular superior, and that's where they are for at least 3 years. There's the possibility that you'll remain in the same house, or it could be that after that 3 years has expired, you're moved to another place where there's another need that you can fulfill.
Mm-hmm.
So we go where we're needed, and sometimes we get to go where we like to go.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the need and the want are the same.
Okay.
But again, I'm assigned to our house in Rome,
Mm-hmm.
and so when it was time for the ordination, you're usually ordained where you are.
Mm-hmm.
However, they thought it would be something special to have it in one of our oldest shrines, at Our Lady of Bonaria, which is the patroness of Sardinia, where we have one of our oldest houses. It's a house that we've had since 1334.
Mm.
And it was there that I had my ordination.
Mm-hmm. That sounds very interesting, and I know I've seen pictures of the church there. It's very beautiful, and there's a lot of history, and so anyway, well, I think that's all very interesting, and I'm going to be sharing your meals over the next day and talking with you and so forth, and I've enjoyed it so far, and look forward to meeting with you more. So,
Thank you.
all right.
Okay.
Sounds good. Thanks very much, brother.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.